The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Florida International Panthers taking on the winners of 3 straight, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Looking for space. It's Herring. Still running at the 40. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed.
Going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
In the red area, it's Herring. Giving him his pads. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now and 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and goal.
2-9 Philly.
Calls his own number. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Here's the handoff. Keeps the legs moving. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Quarterback keeps it. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the air, it's Robbins. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. Handoff to the lone back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Unleashes it. Complete to the right. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these. Big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heisman's.
Makes the catch and he's brought down.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The play action fake. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
A special teams penalty cost the D 15 yards as we start this drive. First down for this offense. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Holds and fires complete to the right.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Pressure coming. Hauls it in. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They're bringing heat. Fires into the end zone. And the ball is intercepted.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On the run, it's Cuber. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter.
USC 7, Florida International 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He'll pull it on the read. Gets it past the marker. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that, too, because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. The give to the back. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, bring him making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Robbins. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They'll run it. It's Westbrook. Able to get one down to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Florida International.
FIU trying to pick up the first. It's 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida International.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he tacks on the extra point. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. And more yards after contact. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Trojans! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
You know, Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Dropping back, it's Robbins. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it fly. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Razor. 325.
Off play action. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on 1st down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojan.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They're up by 7 over Duke. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Florida International offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And now on 2nd down for this offense. To the air, it's Robbins. Quickly complete. They're showing that toughness using the ground game to create breathing room. They've got it out to the 15. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, USC! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
If you're laser focused on defense and you're dialed into the quarterback and you're breaking on the football when he throws, you get a lot of tips, you get a lot of deflections, and then it just happens to bounce to your guy, and your guy does the rest. Takes it all the way back to the house. Big play by this defense.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty good.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Robbins. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking for room, it's Huber. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
When you're a defense, you can stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Makes the grab. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They've scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fair catch called for and made. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
At the 45 on his way, and he's running in the open. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. Snap it to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Florida International, 14.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They believe they can run right here. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. The give to the lone running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
The Trojans are rolling down the field. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking for a crease. It's Cuber. Sweet cut there. Open space at the 25. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest with speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
And the Trojans have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Off the play fake. Getting some heat. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Touchdown, Trojans! And the punishment has been extended.
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot of room to work over there on the sideline in the end zone, but he was able to control his body, catch the football, make sure he had a foot down inbounds. It doesn't get any better than that.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. The Cuse is in the house. Syracuse is pouring it on right now with an offensive performance we haven't seen since some of the legendary 44s. They're up 14 over Northwestern. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hold and finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go to the ground. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? To the air, it's Robbins. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
FIU will line up to punt. He gets a block. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Handoff to the lone back. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. A run for the quarterback. Makes a man miss. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads can call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
29 Philly.
Give to the running back. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
A first down run on the doorstep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Feeling some heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the move. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Add them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this D.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
On the set.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Cobra.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
On the ready.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Steamrolls his way ahead. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Got it.
The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The running back has it. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
At the 17-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They think there's room to run to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Of 2.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Shoots it to the left. It's complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
They'll try to power it in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Touchdown, Trojans! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Southern Miss is having its way offensively, just marching up and down that field at a breathtaking pace. They're up by 24 over Troy. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field, score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Reads it, fires complete. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Looking for a man. It's Robbins. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like. Hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I can tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead and coming around the inside.
FIU will line up to punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to